Most men don't stay fat because they don't know what to do. They stay fat because that's who they think they are. This is Jordan Surivong, and I transform Asian men for a living. And I went from 25% body fat to 10% body fat in 3 months. And I'm going to show you guys how I did it. And it wasn't because I found some magic diet, but because I stopped living with an identity of being a fat person. And today, I'm going to explain the exact identity shift that changed my body and my entire life. Let's get into it. Back when I was 23 years old, I was probably the heaviest that I've ever been in my life, 93 kgs, and I was stuck in a bad cycle of drugs, alcohol, partying on a weekly basis. I'm talking about Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I was a typical Asian boy who grew up with a very good family and just led down the wrong path. I leaned into the degenerate lifestyle. I was born and raised in South Auckland, New Zealand, and I didn't live inside the hood, but my family was around it. And as time went by, I got comfortable with the lifestyle I was living, partying every week, working in 9 to 5, just to spend my money on food, on alcohol, on going out. And I did that every single weekend, every single day for around 3 years. And if you think about it, I had claimed this identity, this party guy, this Asian wannabe gangster, this fat person who never had any good habits. I had claimed this identity as if it was me. I ate like a fat person, I slept like a fat person, I trained like a fat person, and I thought I was a fat person. And I don't mean fat as an insult, but I mean it as a mindset. Because the real problem wasn't the body, it was the story that I kept constantly telling myself. Here's what most men don't understand. Your results don't come from your motivation, they come from your identity. And identity is the label that you give yourself. And if you keep telling yourself, I'm lazy, I'm always tired, I can't lose weight, I'm a big eater, I have bad genetics, I work too long and hard, my kids are the ones that are stopping me, my partner is the one that's stopping me, then you will unconsciously act in alignment with this guy. You don't even notice this, but your brain is trying to stay consistent with who you think you are. This is the fat identity loop. This is how the fat identity works. You wake up tired, you snooze your alarms, you always eat junk food for your lunch, you drive home, you think about going to the gym on the way home, but you don't, you drive past, you smell KFC or McDonald's on the way home, you go pick it up, you eat that junk food, you feel guilty, you go to bed, you doom scroll on your phone, or you have a lazy goon, and then you feel guilty for it. Then you repeat it the next day. And the scariest part is if you do this for a long period of time, you start saying, this is just me. That's the prison. And that is where most men mess up. They wait to feel motivated before they act. But identity change is the opposite. You act first, even when you don't feel like it. And then the identity catches up to you. You don't become confident and then go to the gym. You go to the gym to become confident. And the biggest change that I made is that I stopped asking, what do I feel like doing today? And I started asking, what would my future dream version of Jordan do? Because disciplined men don't negotiate with their emotions. They have standards. They live up to it. So I made the identity decision. I am a fit man now, even if I didn't look like it. Here are 3 identity rules that got me absolutely shredded. Rule number 1 is a fit man doesn't miss twice. I didn't aim for perfection. I aimed for consistency. If I missed a workout, it's all good. It's cool. I'll go again tomorrow. Because a lazy person or a fat identity always says, damn, I missed today, or I failed. But a fit identity says, I slipped. It's okay, I'll go again. Rule number 2, a fit man doesn't try, he does. Trying is what you say when you're still leaving room to fail. Fit men don't say, I'll try track my food. They say, I track my food. And that's even if it's messy, even if it's not perfect. And rule number 3, a fit man eats like a fit man. That means no rabbit portions, no suffering, not having to cut out the foods that you love. It's just meals in high protein, less junk food, less processed food, and less liquid calories. For example, alcohol, fizzy drinks, and all of that. And I wasn't eating just to die. I was eating like the person that I wanted to become, the dream version of myself, how I knew he would eat. And now I love eating the way that I eat. And let me make this real for you. I didn't just wake up and suddenly become a robot. I still had cravings. I still woke up late sometimes. I still had stress. I had bad days. But I stopped letting those moments decide who I was. Because the identity shift is, old me would have said, I'm fat, so I eat like this. But the new me now says, I eat like this because I'm becoming that guy. Listen carefully. carefully. Your body is a reflection of your identity, and your identity is a reflection of your standards. You don't rise to your goals, you fall to your standards. So if your standard is comfort, then you will always end back at comfort. So if you're watching this and you want to lose 15 kgs, stop focusing on the weight. Focus on becoming the man who does the basics on the daily. And here's a checklist that you can go by. Train 3 to 4 times a week, hit 7 to 10k steps daily, track your food daily, even if it's rough, have protein every meal, sleep 7 to 8 hours a night, and stop self-negotiation. And try to think every time before you make any decision. Ask yourself, is this what the man I want to become would do? And if you're a full-time working man and you're sick and tired of being stuck in that same old body, if your body doesn't reflect your actual standards, because I know all of you out there have standards inside your head. You want to be better, you want to work harder, you want to provide for your family, but you look in the mirror, this identity doesn't scream who you are. It doesn't. So make that change, not just for yourself, but for your family, for the people that actually love you, for the people that you love. You don't need another diet. You need a new identity, system, and accountability. If you want to learn more about what I do, check out the link in the description below. It will take you to my website where you can see all of my case studies and see how I actually help men lose 10 to 15 kgs in only 3 months. If you guys like this video, leave a thumbs up, subscribe, check out my Instagram, comment down below what you want to see next. Stop waiting to become that guy. Decide and improve your own. This is Jordan Surya Vong, and I am the Identity Specialist. Peace.